Hello friends, welcome back. Oh, I tell you what, it's so good to be back. It's so good to be working again. It's good to be doing projects again, feeling good again. Still stiff in the neck. But yeah, we're just happy to be alive, happy to be here, happy to just praise the Lord every day for what He's gotten us through here. I've been working on my dad's bike that we brought up last summer. We took it apart this winter, wanted to do some upgrades that my dad wanted to do, and then some upgrades that I want to do since I've gotten in. I just do it all together, all in one big upgrade. The motorcycle is nearing completion. Got the motor all back together. Today we're going to go down and do the intake, the exhaust, wiring, fuel tanks, stuff like that, get all that back together. Then I got to work on the new Thunder Max computer we have for it. I got to work on getting it programmed for the bike, and hopefully by the end of the day we're going to get it fired up. I've been working on the Bronco lately. I gave the customer a list of parts we've been missing about a month ago, and he's been gathering up parts for me. So there's been quite a bit of progress since we last saw the Bronco. I just haven't got into filming it yet. You know, I'm still recovering from this whole injury and car accident, so I haven't got a lot of filming done. Plus, it's kind of in the really boring stage of the build. We're doing a lot of, check for traffic here, I want to get hit again. We're kind of in the boring stage where it's a lot of electrical and figuring out this and that, but we'll go over there. We'll give you a walk around tour and an update of what we have done to it, and this way we'll just keep you posted on what's going on. The goal is to get it down to the muffler shop and the driveline shop this spring, early this summer, and get it to where it'll move itself around. You can turn the key, start it, and it'll move itself. That'll be the first time it's done that since I've had it. When I got this project, it was in boxes. Then once we get to that point, it'll go back down to the body shop. Then they'll finish putting on all the exterior body panels and getting it all painted. So that's where we are with that. And I'll give you guys a Bronco update, motorcycle update, and then we'll send you on your way. So it's a beautiful day. I'd rather be riding a motorcycle than working on it right now, but that's okay. So yeah, the motorcycle should have already been done, but I got to the point of the heads. I couldn't find a shop I trusted here in Wasilla or even Anchorage that I trusted to work on the heads, so I ended up sending them to a place in Washington, and they were super nice to talk to on the phone. Ship them down, they got them done quick, shipped them back quick. I think they were only between shipping them down, shipping them back, and working on them, it was only 2.5 weeks. So I was impressed how quick they got them back to me. She's a shop dog. She's a shop dog. All right, how's everybody doing today? Good, glad to hear it. So it's been a while since you've seen this project. Actually, I don't think you guys have seen this project as a project. Last time you saw this, we were riding the motorcycle. I've taken it all apart, put a lot of upgrades in the engine, stuff my dad wanted to do, stuff I wanted to do. We just put it all in one big project. So we got bigger cylinders on, some 95 cylinders my dad sent up with the bike. Put some new cams in the side here, gear drive cams with a bigger lift. And I got all this put together a couple weeks ago. I got the cylinders on a couple weeks ago. What we were waiting on were heads. These heads up here I had to ship them off to Washington to get them done, and I just got them back yesterday. And look, it's already back on. So we've done a lot of upgrades to this, a lot of services. I still got to put the intake on today, put the exhaust on today, and this right here is a brand new ThunderMax computer. That's going to run O2 sensors, which this bike's too old for O2 sensors, so it's never had them before. So once we get everything put back together, then we have to hook the laptop up to this guy and figure out how to make that thing run. So that'll be fun. I think that's all with that. Just a lot of putting it back together. It's going to be a lot of fun to ride this thing again. Right, Maddie? You don't ride it with us, do you? All right, well, that being said, if you see behind me here, it's the Bronco project that we've been working on for quite a long time now. And I really haven't done anything to it since my accident. Kind of put it in mothballs for a while, but I have been working on it. I've been doing some work here and there over the last month or so. A lot of the work I've been doing though is like electrical and just tedious little work that takes a long time. But what we're gonna do today, we're just kind of walking around and show you where we're at with a lot of stuff, and keep you posted from here on out. And hopefully we get this thing up and running this summer. Well, it's running now, so we're still working on this. Is the AC condenser. I still got to get hoses run for the vintage air. But if the camera lady could stand up here so she gets a little bigger. In the back, we'll go across it later. In the back we have the whole radiator assembly that goes in here, but we're still waiting on the mounts for the radiator. They're on back order right now, so we may have to do something temporary for it. My thermostat area down here, I have all the parts to finish this. I just picked them up Friday, so I have all the parts to finish that, so we'll get that done here shortly. Got the new air intake on, and I got the stuff to plumb in my crankcase ventilation, so that's good to go. I've even got my adapters to plug in my heater cores, to my heater core to my heater line here. I got all those. The one downfall of that so far is the vintage air doesn't tell you in the instructions to hook up the heater hoses before you install the unit into the dash, because there's no way to get to the hose clamps under there. So I got to pull that unit back out, hook the hoses up, put the unit back in. But we'll do that on another day. It's a mess of wiring here. I've gotten most of it figured out. There's a little bit more yet to figure out. And the fan we picked up for this thing, it's a 2-speed fan, but they only ran 1 wire, or 2 wires instead of 3 wires on the fan. But I'll show you that when we get to the back. I don't know why they did that. And since this engine is set up with a 2-speed fan, you know, you got your high and low right there for your fan, I decided to make the 2-speed fan a 2-speed fan again, just for that. Come around this way. I don't know if you've seen, we got all the brakes and rotors done. All the brakes are all done except for bleeding them. I haven't bled them yet. We got all the new steering linkage in. Let's see, I got back here. Got your step around there. Oh, yeah, peer through this hole here. You look through this hole here. Way back here. This is where the heater hoses go, these 2 ports back here. Way back there, and you can't even get a hose clamp back there, so that's why we got to do that. We've got most of our dashboard figured out. There's still a couple items yet we're trying to figure out. And then the biggest thing we've got lately is, look, it has an ignition and it works. That's the first time this engine has started in this thing with a key. We've hot wired and made it run before, so I knew it ran. This is the first time we got to do it with a key. So that's awesome. We got digital dash over here. We'll go over that when we go here. So if we head back this way, here's the new radiator we're putting in there for the electric fan. And what I was talking about with the fan here is it's a 2-speed fan. It's got 3 wires, a ground and 2 powers, a high and low power. But when we got the fan, we pulled it out of the package, 1 wire was cut back here, and it was missing the wire here. So I'm like, well, why is it a 2-speed fan and it only has 1 speed? So we went and found all the little parts. We made this other one work. So we wired up all 3 wires to it, and we got our wires here. So once we get the radiator mounts, we can mount the radiator up front, get it all wired in when we need to, and that should work. And we can actually, we can bring a laptop in here and hook up to it, and I can turn the fans on and off, make sure everything works through the computer. All right, what else we got going on here? Oh, we got our steering columns completely in now. It's okay. We got our steering column here is completely in now. It's 100% bolted in. I don't know if we can see this. If you peer down in here. So we got all of our steering U-joints in, our shifter assemblies in. There's our steering U-joint. This is our shifter assembly here. That goes down to the transmission. So look down, down, down. There's the other end of it on the steering box. So that's all complete. Got a reservoir for our power steering right here. We've got, these I want to fix. These hydraulic lines here, they kind of got moved to go around this power steering reservoir, and I just don't like how they look. I think I'm gonna take those out and rebend new ones. I kind of want them to bring them up underneath and curl them around, make them look nicer. What else we got going on here? Oh, back this way. On the power real quick. There we go. We got a dashboard. So here's our Dakota digital dash, which goes through these 2 units right here. That's the control unit for it. And this is a unit that hooks up to this OBD2 port right here. So that most of this will run off the OBD2 system. Some of it won't. I am still trying to figure out what I need to do to make all this work. So only some of the functions work at this time. So I'm still working on that. And we have a second OBD2 port here. When we had the harness done, we put 2 ports in, and we did that on purpose so that this can stay permanently hooked up to it up under the dash, and then we still have a diagnostic port to be working with. So we had gotten these bezel pieces here, but they're for a stock column, and as you can see, they don't fit this column. So I talked to the customer about it, so she's ordering me new pieces for that, but they're also on back order. So it's only cosmetic, so it's not going to hurt nothing at this time. This is something the body shop did right here. See this? They put an actual brake pedal on the e-brake, so it's really wide. The reason they did that is because the roll cage that we built for it puts down right here and blocks this pedal. So they extended the pedal out so you can still reach it with your foot when the roll cage is in here. I don't know, that's all I can think about for what we've done since the last time we were out and about. So that's it for the updates on the Bronco at the moment. We're gonna dive right in and spend a lot more time on it, get this thing done here quickly as we can, now that we're not broken anymore. So first motorcycle, then we'll get the Bronco done, because we have other projects after this, and we want to get them started. And we have lots of hiking to do. So, well, thanks for joining us today, and come back later, and we'll keep you posted on more updates on the Bronco. All right, you guys have a wonderful, beautiful day. We love you all.